Constans I, born Flavius Constans in approximately 320 AD, was the 66th emperor of the Roman Empire, reigning from 337 to 350 AD. He was the second son of the Emperor Constantine the Great and his second wife, Fausta, and the younger brother of Emperor Constantine II and Emperor Constantius II, two key figures in the post-Constantinian dynasty. Constans's reign was marked by internal strife, religious disputes, and struggles for power within the imperial family, and his untimely death highlighted the volatility of imperial politics during the 4th century. Constans was born into one of the most influential families in Roman history. His father, Constantine the Great, is famed for being the first Roman emperor to convert to Christianity and for founding the city of Constantinople, which became the eastern capital of the Roman Empire. Constans' brothers, Constantine II and Constantius II, played significant roles in the empire's politics from a young age. In 337 AD, Constantine the Great died, and the empire was divided among his three surviving sons. Constantine II was given control of the Western Roman Empire, Constantius II took the Eastern Roman Empire, and Constans received the central provinces of the empire, including Italy, North Africa, and the Western Balkans. Constans was only about 17 years old at the time of his accession, and his reign would quickly become characterized by disputes with his brothers. At the start of his reign, Constans inherited a strong and stable empire, largely due to the policies and military successes of his father. However, his tenure was far less successful. Constans quickly found himself in conflict with his elder brother, Constantine II, who was appointed ruler of the Western territories. Constantine II sought to expand his influence and tried to assert control over territories that Constans had inherited. Tensions between the two brothers escalated, culminating in a confrontation in 340 AD. Constantine II was killed in a battle against Constans' forces. This marked the first major family tragedy of Constans' reign, and his authority over the West was solidified. Despite this victory, Constans faced numerous challenges, both external and internal. He was unpopular with many of the Roman aristocracy, who viewed his rule as inefficient and tyrannical. He also struggled with the complex religious divisions within the empire. The early 4th century was a period of significant religious turmoil, especially between the Nicene Christians, who adhered to the doctrine of the Trinity, and the Arian Christians, who believed that Christ was subordinate to God the Father. Constans initially supported the Nicene Creed, which put him at odds with his brother Constantius II, a strong supporter of Arianism. One of the most notable aspects of Constans' reign was his support for Nicene Christianity. He played a crucial role in trying to strengthen the position of Nicene orthodoxy against the growing influence of Arianism. Constans was deeply involved in ecclesiastical politics and sought to enforce the Nicene Creed across his territories. He is known for supporting the Council of Sardica in 343 AD, a gathering of bishops that reaffirmed the Nicene doctrines and sought to address the Arian controversy. This action aligned Constans with the Nicene cause, and he actively sought to suppress Arianism in the West. However, his religious policies caused friction with his brother Constantius II, who was a staunch Arian and ruled over the Eastern Roman Empire. This ideological divide between the two brothers contributed to the ongoing tensions within the imperial family, further weakening their unity and creating division within the empire. Constans's attempts to curb Arianism, particularly through the exile of Arian bishops and the closure of Arian churches, often led to resistance and unrest among the Arian population, especially in the eastern provinces. Constans' rule also faced military difficulties. In 342 AD, he launched a campaign against the Picts in Britain, which resulted in some success, but it was ultimately limited in its scope. The Roman Empire's power was gradually waning during this period, and it was increasingly difficult to maintain the vast imperial borders. Constans was unable to effectively deal with the rising threats from various barbarian groups such as the Franks and the Alemanni. Additionally, Constans's leadership was characterized by a series of administrative reforms that sought to strengthen his control over the western provinces. Despite these efforts, his reign was marked by growing dissatisfaction among the military and civilian populations. His heavy taxation and reliance on his bureaucracy alienated many of his subjects, especially in Italy and North Africa. These factors contributed to his declining popularity and weakening authority, making him vulnerable to challenges from within the empire. Constans's reign ended abruptly in 350 AD when he was assassinated in a palace coup led by Magnentius, a military commander who had previously served under him. Magnentius rebelled against Constans, seizing control of the Western Roman Empire and declaring himself emperor. The coup was successful and Constans was killed during the attack. The exact circumstances of his death remain unclear, but it is believed that he was either murdered while trying to flee or was captured and executed shortly thereafter. After Constans' death, Magnentius took control of the Western Empire, but his reign was short-lived. Constantius II, Constans' brother, responded to the threat by launching a military campaign against Magnentius. In 353 AD, Constantius defeated Magnentius at the Battle of Mons Seleucus, leading to Magnentius's suicide. Constantius II thus restored order in the Western Roman Empire, but the division between the eastern and western halves of the empire continued. Constans is remembered by historians as a relatively ineffective ruler, whose reign was marked by religious conflict, military struggles, and internal family feuds. While his support for Nicene Christianity was an important aspect of his rule, it was not enough to secure his position against the challenges he faced. His assassination and the subsequent turmoil in the Western Roman Empire served as a reminder of the dangers of imperial instability and the fragility of dynastic rule. In conclusion, Constans I's reign, though brief, was emblematic of the complexities and vulnerabilities of the late Roman Empire. His support for Nicene Christianity, his struggles against Arianism, his unsuccessful military campaigns, and his eventual assassination all contributed to the turbulent nature of the 4th century Roman Empire. His death marked the end of the Constantinian dynasty's influence in the West, but the legacy of his family's policies continued to shape the empire for decades to come.